So we are currently here on the XRP chart, here on the daily time frame, still below the trend line. The market continues to hover just above the $1 level, which is obviously a psychological support level. It's also where we have the 50% retracement located there, around 98.5 cents. So what can I say? We're still holding above support, but the downside momentum, yeah, it might have slowed down a little bit, which is normal in advanced stages of a correction, but the trend filter is clear. I mean, you see the yellow trend line, the descending trend line. You see that the market is below the red resistance area, which is between $1.19 and $1.42. I mean, that is and remains our very first resistance. And it remains relevant because, you know, we have a couple of resistances here. We've got the Fibonacci resistance zone and the yellow trend line, which is currently coming in around $1.20, which is basically where the Fibonacci resistance begins. Now, I think the downside pressure remains quite high here. Our larger Fibonacci support box is relevant. And as long as this decline, you know, is unfolding and the yellow trend line is the most straightforward resistance, I would expect the market to test the 98.5 cent level next, possibly even 74 cents, which is the golden ratio level, the 61.8 retracement, one of the most important Fibonacci support levels. What I find still quite likely, it's definitely not a necessity, but likely, is another test of the red resistance area in this wave 2 bounce, because from an Elliott Wave point of view, there are of course different scenarios possible, but the one that gives us this micro resistance between $1.19 and $1.42, that's the white count in which the market formed a 5-wave decline from the May high, 5 waves down, and then this could give us a 3-wave bounce into resistance. And from there, the market might start a 3rd wave decline. I mean, that is currently what we're tracking here on the higher time frame. As always, guys, it would require a 5-wave move up and a break above $1.42 at the very least to consider that something more bullish is playing out. At the moment, XRP is basically just ranging. It hasn't really moved much since the June lows. Yeah, we're currently just testing the June lows, okay, where the price bottomed at $1.05. So there isn't really too much going on. I know people are watching the price closely, and I can only tell you a bounce into resistance is likely, but that would not necessarily be bullish. It might just delay the sell-off for a few more weeks. Yeah, so in the smaller time frame, XRP chart shows exactly what I highlighted just now on the higher time frame, that a bounce into this resistance is still possible between $1.20 and $1.42. That's absolutely possible because we're still testing our micro support zone that we defined, I think, well, early in July when the price topped here locally. I did say that in July a bounce would be likely. I mean, it bounced into the 5th of July and then started to correct and has not recovered since then. XRP just didn't follow Bitcoin. I mean, for Bitcoin, we expected a rally, in for Ethereum as well. They both rallied. Some altcoins followed, some didn't. The problem with XRP was that the initial bounce into the 5th of July high ended as a 3-wave move up. So we never got a setup, because you only get a setup with a clear confirmation of direction with a 5-wave move up. With 3 waves up, it's only corrective. It could also easily go down further, right? And then the only chance was that Bitcoin rallied, so XRP might follow. It so far hasn't done that. It can still do that. I mean, we're still holding support. Bitcoin hasn't broken down. Considering the small correction that we saw over the last few days in Bitcoin, XRP has been holding quite well, I think. Micro support is at $1.04. Below that level, we've got the $1 level and then 98.5 cents. So what I'm going to watch for over the coming sessions is, can the market bounce again, move into resistance, possibly test $1.20 again? But what are we talking about here? We're just talking about initial noise. Yeah, it's just noise, basically. We're talking about no break of support yet, but also, I mean, if the market goes higher, it will likely just be a corrective bounce. As always, guys, a 5-wave move up and break above resistance would be needed to consider that a more meaningful low is in. For now, I'm watching for a bounce from this region as possible. It's just nothing that is structurally needed because we didn't get a 5-wave move up. So I'll keep you updated. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. If you are enjoying these analyses and would like to take things a step further, our YouTube membership might be for you. It includes hundreds of exclusive member-only videos, additional posts, priority replies to comments, and the chance to help shape future content by suggesting charts and topics you'd like us to cover. For those who want to go even deeper, our Gold membership also unlocks access to the Discord analysis feed, the MCO terminal, and the Academy. If that sounds like something you'd enjoy, just click the join button below the video. We'd be happy to welcome you as a member.